You're listening to a dispersed audio podcast, uniquely entertaining.
Homecoming 2019. The decorative homecoming dance sign that sits just outside of the Douglas High gymnasium perfectly encapsulate the weird mixture of redneck and queer kids in this town. We see a high school junior walking up to the building now that is also a walking embodiment of this mix. Wynn, what is our ooky spooky cow they wearing tonight?
Wynn is about 16, 17 at this point. They're still kind of trying to figure themselves out. So they've got like the quintessential lesbian haircut where it's like that nice undercut, dyed black hair. They've got a goth dress, like one of the very few times they wear a dress where it's like kind of sheer but also ruffly. And then they've got like big black lipstick on. Like they're really kind of experimenting with both a feminine style and a goth style, while still kind of being unsure of themselves. And they're kind of nervously approaching the school.
You look around, anxiously nervous, and finally you catch the eyes of the girl you've had the biggest crush on forever now, who just so happens to be your date tonight. Heather Michelle walks up to you in a red tight dress, blonde hair curled for the occasion, and she is definitely dressed to impress tonight. She comes up to you and says, "Oh my gosh, Wynn, you look so cute. Bring it in." Brings you in for a hug.
Oh, immediately bright red.
Oh, are you okay? How are you feeling?
Just a little nervous. This is the first time I've been to a dance with somebody, you know.
Oh, don't be. We're gonna make the whole room jealous tonight. Sound good?
Okay.
She takes you by the arm and walks you in. You get into the gymnasium, and a slightly younger, freshly graduated Zane is DJing the event tonight, playing all the high school dance classics. Other familiar faces that you see throughout the crowd include Problematic Pete, who is doing Fortnite moves in a corner with the only other student that he ever hangs out with. And you also see your arch nemesis, Dylan Bullard, who is standing with a group of guys drinking something from a solo cup that you suspect isn't just punch, and he stares daggers at the two of you. How's Wynn feeling throughout all this?
It's very high school, where Wynn is like trying to avoid any and all eye contact with Pete because like that's social suicide. And then there's also that pressure of like Dylan is watching me, but all of that just kind of melts away when Heather like touches their arm or like touches their hip, and they just like completely focus on Heather and just like the joy that comes with dancing with Heather, and they're just like all of their attention is on her.
You dance together, and it's almost hypnotizing. The room around you seems to disappear as it's just you and Heather dancing right now. Nothing in the world could stop you from being in this moment. And then Zane switches up the mood a little bit, paying the favor he owes you from helping him out in AV Club last year. They Long to Be Close to You by Carpenters begins to play. Everybody around you begins to start picking off partners for this slow dance, and Heather looks a little distracted before she looks back to you and smiles.
Do you want to dance with me, Heather?
She pulls you in close and begins to sway back and forth, moving with you. After a moment, she puts a hand to your face and says, "Close your eyes."
Oh, immediately. Like if they could close their eyes any faster, they would. Just close.
You close your eyes. You feel Heather's hand pull away from you, and something smashes into your face. It takes you a moment to put everything together, but you open your eyes and you realize that Heather has stepped away, laughing with Dylan, who has just shoved Pete's face into your own. Pete looks at you with embarrassment in his eyes before running away as comically fast as he can. Dylan pipes up and goes, "Aw, is that your first kiss, Winnie?"
Don't fucking call me that. Heather, what the fuck?
What? I was just trying to make him jealous. I told you. Oh, shit. You actually thought I was into you like that?
Yeah.
Laughter erupts from Dylan's group of lackeys.
There is just this visceral shame that just coats Wynn. And there's like 3 parts to it. One part blames Heather, the other part blames Dylan, and the third part blames Pete because somehow he had something to do with it. And Wynn is just like standing there muttering, that was my first kiss. And their makeup's ruined. Like, they have the shitty like dollar store mascara drenched like going down their eyes, and they're just, you know, it's only this small group of people that are laughing at Wynn, but it feels like the entire room has turned on them and is laughing at them. Like, so much so that even the lights feel like they're laughing at Wynn, and it's all too much.
You feel this panic, this anger, this embarrassment, this fear. As it wells up inside of you, something releases it. The lights go out with sparks flying down from the ceiling. You look at Zane's booth and everything is short-circuiting and catching ablaze. The alarm starts to blare as sprinklers shower the room. People start panicking, running towards the exits, but none of this is noticeable to you, Wynn. Nothing happening right now is more loud or more obvious in the room than the look of wide-eyed fear and disgust on Heather Michelle's face as this is happening. The fear, the embarrassment, the panic, the anger, they all come back to you on this night as a crowd 5 times the size of the one that night is in danger of being devoured before your very eyes. Humans, ghosts, and fake creatures alike, and welcome back to Medieval Midwest, a Monster of the Week roleplay podcast where creatures of fantasy and magic endanger a small town and our group of monster hunters who have stepped up to stop them. My name is Luke Godfrey, and I'll be the keeper of these tales. As always, with me are our Yarm, a pirate, intrepid group of hunters. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Brandon Hall, and I play Malachi Knight, the muscle-bound, metalcore-loving younger brother of Jade. I'm going to give a quick 2 fun facts. The first one is that he does not think rice is the source of protein, just like the rest of the world. Okay, but now I will roll my random word generator. Approval.
Ooh.
Oh no! Oh god, this could go
sure
so
doesn't
many
get
ways.
that from anyone. That's all.
That's it.
Just something you wouldn't know much about.
My name is Shelby, and I play Jade Knight. And you know, for some reason, right now she's feeling a little murdery. Just a little murdery, especially towards some bitch whose name starts with an H for some reason. She's not really sure why she feels this way, but the murder tingles are tingling.
That's good.
Never trust a bitch with 2 first names.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. My name is Z Voice. I use he, they pronouns, and I play Aowen James, the ookie spooky panic attack in a cow they hat. My
Need
fun
that on a
fact
shirt.
yeah, we do. Fuck yeah. My fun fact for Win this week is after the events of this little flashback, Win was just like inconsolable for weeks. So in an effort to cheer them up, Bruce took them to the local zoo, and to make them feel a little like less sad, he just started misidentifying animals. So he would like look at a giraffe and go, "Oh, that's a fucked up horse right there. I don't know."
Cannon. Cannon.
So now every time Win and Bruce go to the zoo, they just try to find the most ridiculous misidentified animal for every animal they see.
Sees an elephant. That there's a long-nosed hippo.
That is the longest nose hippo I've ever seen.
Hello. My name is Austin Nort. I play William Fletcher, the sly, not so shy British guy who also happens to be our professional. Fun fact about William, if this hasn't been canonized before, it is being canonized now. William lived in Chicago until he was about 8 years old when he moved to the UK due to his father abandoning him and his mother. He then spent over a decade in the UK and just developed the British accent, just abandoning his American roots. So everyone wouldn't think he is not only a fatherless freak, but he had a weird voice, and he's like, I'll just pick the one. So thankfully the Americans seem to be infatuated.
Just a little bit. At least the 4 in this room.
The 4 in this room, all of the listeners, no biggie.
All the listeners. Snow begins to fall over the parking lot of Fantasy Fun Days in small, widespread patterns as if it were light rain moving in slow motion. The crowd is ecstatic as Zane's funky style beats elevate everyone's moods. Everyone except the woman in the crowd who is now missing a collarbone. William,
Oh, God.
you're the first one to take notice of this man-shaped mimic ripping a large chunk of flesh out of a bystander. What do you do?
We had walkies, correct?
Mhm.
Correct.
I'm going to say this as I'm running up to this couple right here, these people.
Mhm.
I'm going to say, oh, there's a mimic over here. It's eating someone. And I'm going to run at it, and I'm just going to try and pry the mimic off the lady.
Okay. Go ahead and act under pressure for me.
12.
12 plus, you can do what you want to do and add something extra, or you can do what you want to do to absolute perfection.
I want to do that, but also pin it to the ground.
Hell yeah, you rip this mimic off of him, pin him to the ground. It starts vibrating and squealing, just flailing around. The woman is just terrified, unsure of what's going on, just screaming. You notice as you look around, no one else seems to be taking notice of this happening. You're not sure if it's an effect of the magic, or if people are just too high and too entranced in the music to care, or maybe it's a mixture of both. You're unsure.
Okay.
Malachi,
Yes.
remember that 4-year-old last session?
Oh, no.
No.
Nuh-uh. No.
Didn't happen. You can't prove it.
No proof.
As you finish up your conversation with Ashton, a unsuspecting roadie walks up behind him, pulling out a hunting knife and putting it to his throat. You see the roadie's face. It's not someone that you recognize. That is until half of his face transforms into the Changeling's familiar mimic-like half mask. He says to you, Malachi, I should have figured that the Holy Knight would be the only cockroach that wouldn't stay dead. No more games. Go ahead and take 5 big steps back for me, or I'll add another corpse to your conscience.
So, Ashton, as I was saying,
God.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It just for the past couple of months, things have gotten really weird.
Dude, what the fuck?
Oh,
You see the changeling pushes the knife into Ashton's throat, just a little bit of blood dribbling down.
hey, Ashton.
Yeah?
He's nothing. We can continue our conversation. He'll walk away and leave you alone. Because if he doesn't, I will rip him in half and feed him his own insides. Right? And then Malachi finally makes eye contact with it.
Oh, you think you're cute. What do you do?
Okay, I'm assuming like our radios are like up on our collar, so he can't really get to that stealthily, can he?
Yes. No, you would have just heard William say that there was a mimic in the crowd.
Mhm. He's gonna try to cut off the hand holding the knife.
Okay. I'm gonna warn you.
I have a pretty good modifier on my kick some
That
ass.
hand is awfully close to Ashton. I'm gonna say right now, if you don't roll a 10 or higher, something bad is going to happen to Ashton. And I will remind you guys that NPCs do not have health points like you guys do. They work with normal physics of the world.
But you could choose to use a luck point if you're like, you want a guaranteed success.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That is true. I keep forgetting to remind you guys, you have luck points.
That's what I was thinking.
Do it.
Well, try to roll
Do
first
it.
and then do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Let the man breathe. He's gotta breathe.
Let him
He's
cook.
gotta roll.
Let him cook.
Hey, Ashton.
He just looks at you, doesn't really say anything. He's too worried that if his Adam's apple moves anymore, it's just gonna sink that knife even deeper.
Did you know that all demons were once angels? They were something innocent that became corrupted. Did you know that?
Most confused look. The most confused and terrified look comes over his face.
Yeah.
He is trying not to even breathe right now. He is so terrified.
It's okay, buddy. And then Malachi breathes like a hefty breath through his nose, just like a black agony. And his right arm just becomes completely enveloped in this black shadow. And it's like as he is slinging his arm towards the mimic's hand, that the shadows are almost racing to his fingertips to get there before he can make contact to cut off its arm. And yeah, he's gonna roll.
Go ahead and He's praising Jesus right
so
now.
with the +3,
Yeah.
that's a 14.
Fuck
Yeah,
And I am
baby.
100% using precise strike.
How does it feel to be the Marvel superhero Jesus Christ?
Yeah, everyone's favorite Marvel superhero. That
Everyone's
one guy.
favorite Marvel superhero, Jesus
That
Christ.
one guy. Go ahead and explain that new move you just picked up from your latest level up.
Yes. So I took precise strike from I think it's the professional,
Expert.
the expert, which is kind of how we are flavoring black agony.
Yeah.
When you inflict harm on a monster, you can aim for a weak spot. Roll plus tough on a 10+, you inflict +2 harm. On a 7 through 9, you inflict +1 harm, and on a miss, you leave yourself open for the monster to hit you. So that is +2 on top of the pre-existing, I think, +3. Yeah. So it's +5 harm.
Plus 3 harm? Is that what that reads off?
I have my weapon is a +2, and then I have devastating, which is anytime I inflict harm, it's +1, and then with precise strike on top of that, it's now +5.
Fuck. Okay.
You min-maxed in Monster of the Week, you motherfucker.
I can't help it.
I know.
And this was Luke's idea.
I'm just calling you out.
Your sword, with this new shadow effect added to its blade, is able to strike down with pinpoint accuracy at the wrist of the changeling. And as it does so, you hear this sizzling as if the shadow is turned into flame as soon as it made contact with him. He rears back, knife in hand, dropping to the floor, as you see with this fiery effect that your blade now has, you see the changeling looking at his arm, Ah!
Something wrong.
Unable to reform a new hand.
Finally, weakness.
Yes, divine energy.
You see the changeling shoves Ashen towards you and starts booking it towards the stage.
What a loser. He's reading at a concert.
It took me a second. That took me a second.
Yeah, I'm a dad.
That's
I
good.
can do
That's
these
good.
ones.
You have the legal obligation.
Jade, you are unable to see the mimic at this point, but you hear on your radio William talking, so you can assume what's happening is on the other side of the crowd from you. What would you like to do at this moment?
Who am I? Am I by anybody or am I by myself?
You are by yourself on I'm gonna say stage right. Wynn is currently in the back of the crowd, and William is stage left.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna run and try and help William.
Okay, you start maneuvering your way through the crowd. I'm gonna have you go ahead and roll to read a bad situation.
Oh, bro, I don't know shit. I can tell you this right now. I rolled
no.
a 3.
Ooh. So what you don't see is another
okay.
man-shaped mimic, coinedly mimicking your motions, weaving through the crowd behind you to catch up to you and bite into your arm. You're gonna take 3 harm from this.
3?
What? Okay. I look down at my arm and then I just go.
Awesome.
Oh fuck! It didn't fall off. I thought I was toxic, man. That's what my ex-boyfriend said. And then I pull out a gun and try to shoot it in the head.
Okay, are you using like your regular gun, or are you using one of the alcoholic squirt guns that you have divvied out throughout the group?
Oh, the squirt gun. I'm just gonna sit here and hiss at it and squirt the shit out of
Hell
this
yeah.
thing.
Go ahead and roll to kick some ass real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna say since I made you roll to read a bad situation as like a perception check and not a move that like you chose to do, we'll say it's a free action.
Hell yeah.
Well, I got a 7, so.
Okay, on a 7+, you and whatever you're fighting inflict harm on each other. I'll be nice and say that since I already had the mimic bite you, nothing bad's gonna happen.
Okay.
But you do see as this alcohol starts to just lightly gets lightly. I don't know how to say it without saying.
I squirted this motherfucker in the
yeah,
eyeball.
you squirted him. You squirted him real good.
Yep.
Feels real weird to describe my sister doing
Put
that.
that shit on
Gadget squirt
OnlyFans.
attack.
Your sister doing what? What's your sister doing?
Yeah, what is your
Nothing.
sister, Luke Godfrey, doing?
Yeah, Luke Godfrey, what is your sister
Nothing.
doing?
Killing a mimic right now. Killing a monster in this Monster of the Week roleplay podcast. You see the alcohol splash over this mimic, and immediately he starts to vibrate into a gelatin state with just sheer pain screaming over his face as he starts to melt.
Can I eat it into the crowd?
I'll say on your next move you can.
Okay.
Win.
Yeah.
What are you up to?
I think I'm gonna try to read a bad situation. I don't know if I can get to William in time, and I worry because you're an asshole that you're gonna have a mimic be by me. That's an 11.
On an 11, you can I should probably reiterate this. Whenever you read a bad situation or investigate a mystery, you don't have to ask me the questions that you want to right away. So long as you stay in the current mystery that you're in, you can ask me these questions at any point. Best way in, best way out, dangers we haven't noticed, biggest threat, what's most vulnerable to me, what's the best way to protect the victims.
I'm gonna say, are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
I'll say as you're looking throughout the crowd, I think you're able to hear the mimic squealing that Jade is currently attacking, and you can hear that squealing over the music in the crowd coming from where Jade was positioned.
Okay. Is that the only danger I haven't noticed that I noticed?
that is the answer I'm gonna give you with read a bad situation.
Okay. And then I'm gonna also ask, what's the best way to protect the victims?
There are 2 ways you could go about this. If there is a way you could get the crowd away from the mimics, that would probably be best, but also highly unlikely to do with a crowd this size, trying to get a mob mentality of them to exit. There's either that option or the option is to simply get rid of the mimics.
Okay. I'm gonna find the tallest guy near me. I'm gonna tap on his shoulder and go, "Hey, can you crowd surf me?"
Hey, what? Okay, a little, buddy. You can tell that he's like this big, like, cowboy looking dude. He was about to say a little lady, but then he wasn't quite sure what to say.
Gender affirmed for win. Yeah, just let me up there.
Okay, here you go. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna try and like see if I can direct the crowd surf to where I hear this squealing from, so I can move faster through the crowd.
Hell yeah! I'll have you roll to act under pressure on your next turn.
Okay.
Back around to William. You are on top of this. Okay. William, you're on top of this mimic right now. What are you gonna do about it? It trolls my hair.
I have a question. Does my handgun says loud, so it's loud.
It would be loud.
Do I have one of those squirt guns, right?
Yeah, each of you was granted one of those squirt guns.
Bestowed.
I say, I could still roll for this, but basically I'm gonna yell at hey, cat chops, grab that squirt gun, spark the mouth.
Do.
And I'm just gonna.
I will have you roll for this.
Yeah, I'm gonna. But I'm rolling for it as I'm holding its mouth open.
You know, I'll say with Cat and Chops helping you here, go ahead and roll with advantage. So 3d6s.
Hell yeah.
Oh, cool. So 9 minus 1, so 8.
Boo.
Heck yeah. Yeah, you and whatever you're fighting inflict harm on each other. Yeah, the alcohol goes directly into this mimic's mouth, and he starts coughing up this black ichor as it rotates its head around to you 180 degrees. Just, you would normally hear like a crack if this was a normal person's head, but you just hear like a weird slimy as it whips its head around and bites its teeth into your face.
Okay.
Oh my god.
The bottom jaw goes directly into your lower jaw, and the top jaw is scraping against your scalp.
Ow.
Okay.
You are going to take 3 harm.
Okay, and I can remove for the armor, correct?
Yes, you can.
This is what William does when he gets bit. Okay, so as he's still just prying.
Oh,
I'm in love with this.
that's
British
insane, and I love
mess.
it.
You can't hurt him more than he's already hurt himself.
Malachi,
Yeah.
you see a one-handed changeling sprinting towards Zane. What do you do?
Oh, I'm definitely trying to stop him.
Hell yeah.
Could I go for like a
You
ranged
see-
attack to stop him?
Yeah, absolutely. You see Zane, he's doing one of those things that DJs do where they have like different loops playing. Like
Uh-huh.
they'll create a beat and then put that on loop and then layer a beat over it, put that on loop, layer a beat over that, put that on loop.
Yeah.
He sees this monster of a man sprinting towards him and just goes, "Ah!"
Oh, Zane.
And you hear that scream being
I love
looped
Zane.
into the fucking song that he's trying to make right now.
Hell yeah.
I love
Yeah,
Zane
now it's like
so much.
hardcore dubstep.
Hardcore funk.
But yeah, he's gonna launch one of his ranged attacks. I think at like right at the back of this thing's left knee. Like best case scenario, he cuts this thing's leg off at the knee. Worst case scenario, it just bumps him. Maybe gets it to trip or something. The dice still gonna be hot for me. Decently. That's a 9 with the +3.
A 9. Okay. On a 9, I'm gonna say you do the damage that you're setting out to do. The wave of black shadowy flame that comes off of your sword whips out at the changeling and hits him directly in the kneecap. His leg, the lower half of his leg, just falls to the ground. He doesn't falter though. He stands at about just as postured as he was before without the leg there, turns back to you and goes, "Ooh, I was in your brain before. So I know you're searching for approval, but you're not going to find it here." And you feel that racking in your brain as you're going to take a point of harm, no armor included.
Ooh.
As that psychic, vicious mockery renders your skull. As this happens to the changeling, Zane, panicking, whips back around to his soundboard and tries to edit that scream that just got recorded into a dubstepier.
Is there like a door to the stage?
It's sort of like, how would I describe it? There's like one of those big LED screens behind, in like the back of the stage that's just playing a bunch of different, like very psychedelic patterns on it. Essentially it's, the screen is high enough to where people can walk in and out underneath of it. There's just like black drapes that just make it look like there's just black underneath of it. And that is where he has walked out.
Okay.
The changeling lets out a very familiar mimic-like roar, and the crowd just goes wild.
Malachi makes eye contact with the mimic. He pulls the radio off of his shirt, crushes it with his hand, and then points at the ground in front of him.
Oh, that's cool.
Little callback.
Back to Jade. You are going toe to toe with this mimic in the crowd right now.
Yes.
What would you like to do?
I would like to yell, "Whoever stomps the beach ball gets to kiss Zane," and chuck the mimic into the air.
That's fucking awesome.
Okay. I'll let you do this. It's gonna be 2 rolls. You're gonna have to roll to manipulate someone to convince this crowd to stomp
the
on.
The crowd is high as fuck. I better be rolling with advantage.
The crowd is high as fuck, but they are also distracted by the concert going on right now. So you're gonna have to say this loud enough and convincing enough to get their attention away from that and convince them to do this. If anything, I'm gonna be nice and not have you roll disadvantage.
Have you ever been in a concert crowd? Crowds are up for anything, Luke.
Yeah, but also you're
Listening
one
to
person in a crowd of
massively loud
500
speakers.
people. Luke is being really
I'm sorry,
nice.
whose side are you on?
Yeah. I love you.
So
I'm also marrying the keepers.
So it's gonna be manipulate someone to convince the crowd and also kick some ass to throw the mimic without any negative repercussions. Plus charm.
Oh, God.
Use a luck point
Oh!
if you need to.
I have a +1 in charm. What the fuck? Okay, that's a 9 for convincing.
Okay, the crowd will do it, but only if you do something right now to show that you mean it. If you ask too much, they'll tell you what, if anything, it would take for them to do it. I think that they
I
would.
chuck this motherfucker straight up into the air.
Can't.
And
Okay, roll to
then-
kick some
so
ass.
to That's 14, fucker.
Okay, yep, I'll allow it. You yeet this mass of black goo into the air, and as these flashing lights and stuff are going around, the crowd thinks it's a beach ball. The crowd could see it as a beach ball, a weird, sticky, gooey beach ball. As you fire this thing into the crowd, you hear it just and slime and splatter happening as people are just starting to mosh pit, just jumping and running around it. As they just start circling around this thing, and Jade eventually, after a couple moments of the beat going, you hear a splat, 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 and then the mimic is pounded into oblivion.
yeah.
This, I don't think you understand how happy it makes me that this worked.
If you didn't roll a
Hell
14 on
yeah.
that, I would not have allowed it. Oh, congratulations. 2 mimics left to go.
Fuck yeah.
Win.
Yippee.
You are crowd surfing right now. I'm gonna say with your previous, are there any dangers we haven't noticed? You see that you are crowd surfing directly towards a mimic that has its jaws wide open, staring at you, waiting
Oh God.
to be served its food without having to do anything, just waiting for the crowd to bring you to it.
That's perfect. So what I want is I want to go straight to it, and I want to do the thing where you put one foot on one jaw and the other foot on the other jaw and just shoot the squirt gun straight down.
Roll to kick some ass.
Into its
that sounds
gullet.
badass.
Okay. Hell yeah. On. Don't fuck me. It would be a 12, but I have a -1, but it's still an 11.
Choose an extra effect. Take +1 forward, give +1 to another hunter. You inflict terrible harm, you suffer less harm, you force them where you want them.
I want to inflict terrible harm, but can I have a very specific thing
What is
happen?
the thing?
I want to like have enough weight on both of the jaws that it like snaps open so it can't close its mouth.
Oh, wouldn't you like
that-
popsicle
if that
yourself
would
on
be
like its spine?
allowed?
Well, it doesn't really have a spine. I'm gonna say
It's like a gelatinous. Because if not, then I'll just do put it where I want it. And
yeah,
then
I'll
just
say I'll
have
have
go
you
on
put
the
it where
ground
you
with me.
want it. If this would have been enough to kill it, I would have allowed that. But
Okay.
I'm gonna say, yeah, you can put it where you want it.
Next turn, try to get next turn.
And you pin this mimic to the
Next
ground
turn,
with
next
your
turn,
feet.
next
It is unable to close its jaw on you, as your weight is enough to stop it from clamping down on you for the time being.
Hell yeah.
I believe that's back at the top of the order over the William.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is this thing still going?
Yes, it is still. You've successfully unlatched it from you at this point, but it is a arms race to see who is going to give out first, your muscles or its jaw.
Okay. Then I'm just going. This is what I want to do. I want to, like, release his jaw so he like slams his mouth shut,
Mm-hmm.
and pulling my gun out and just
Just
firing up against it so that it's muffled by its
Haha,
flesh.
that's so cool. That's so fucking cool.
They don't seem to be paying attention right now.
You
and
said
it's
people are
very
paying
loud.
attention anyway, right?
There's like a lot of flashing and screaming going on right now in this concert. So I think you could get away with that. Yeah, kick some ass.
That's a 4.
Use a luck
Okay.
point. Use a luck point.
But I'm gonna use a luck point, and what does that mean? It just works, right?
Yes, you change it to a 12. Okay, yeah.
Change your roll to a
You
12.
can pick an enhanced effect. You completely hold the advantage. All hunters involved in the fight get a +1. You suffer no harm at all. Your attack doubles the normal harm, or your attack drives the enemy away.
I want to do double the harm.
Double the harm.
And can I narrate how the luck point works?
Please do.
So only the viewers see
Mhm.
this. You see he pulls the pistol out and it jams. But you see like this like spark, this invisible like spark come from his body, which like goes into the gun, which unjams it and propels the bullet even harder. And you just see it like wash away, and like the it's not necessarily, it's not magic or anything. It's just that the Fletchers have this way with luck.
I like that. I'll take that. The bullets go straight through into the mimic's mouth, and you see, as if, you know that like cartoony thing where like someone's running through a wall, but it just is elastic and it like just, but like it's sucked back in. If that makes sense. You
Yeah.
see these bullets popping as they just like shoot through the mimic, but like stay within his like weird gelatin flesh as just pop, pop, pop. They're muzzled, and you just see ooze and ichor running down this glop of a creature as it slowly but surely fades into the ground, teeth and eyes disappearing as it just turns into a pile of black mud.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
You killed it. How much harm? Dead.
Huge.
You see
Dead.
Huge.
Fletcher stands up and like wipes his gun on his chest. Thought you packed more bite.
You say that to this black goop as people are just kind of like reforming around you and just dancing and just stomping all over it.
Just quick question before my
Yeah.
turn's on. What's this lady doing?
She isn't moving.
Okay, I'm just gonna, my turn ends, I just want to like basically fall next to her and start looking at her. so.
Gotcha. Yeah, back up to Brandon, Malachi.
All right.
The Changeling is doing everything it can to just ignore you right now because it feels as though if it can ignore you, it will be able to do what it needs to do to get rid of you, if that makes sense. If it can make it to Zane, it's going to be safe. That is the mentality going through this Changeling right now. I will let you know, out of character, Brandon, this thing is at half health.
Okay. Am I able to catch it to put my holy hands on it?
If you're going to try and close the distance after it's had 2 rounds to get away from you, I'm going to say that's going to be act under pressure.
Okay. If I don't do that, are there things around me that like Malachi could attack to essentially trap himself with the mimic or with the changeling?
At this point, he is on the opposite end of that giant screen from you.
So no.
And there's not really too much that you could get to from where you're positioned right now.
Okay. And you said it would be act under pressure to close that distance?
Yes. So that would be your move for this turn.
Okay. Could I, like while chasing it down, throw another attack at the back of its knee?
So your goal in this to harm it or to stop it from moving, or both?
Both.
If you're going to try to do both within 1 turn, I'll make it a kick some ass roll with a -2 penalty.
With a -2 penalty? Okay.
Yes.
Right, so
Just because you're trying to do multiple things right now.
Yeah. All right. So that brings me down to a +1 on tough. Let me roll my dice here. 10.
On a 10, choose an extra effect. You gain the advantage. You inflict terrible harm. You suffer less harm, or you force them where you want them. I'm assuming you're going to take force them where you want them.
Question here.
Okay.
If I do inflict terrible harm,
Mm-hmm.
could I say that finishes the severing of the leg?
Oh, the leg's severed.
The other one.
Oh, the other one.
Yeah.
Or
would that also count as force him where I want him? Because he would just be on the ground at that point.
I'll say either or would do that.
Okay. Then just because it's Malachi and terrible harm, I don't think he has the foresight of position.
Yeah, as you're bolting towards him, you whip another fiery, shadowy blade from your sword, and it reaches just close enough to take off the other leg. As he drops to the ground, you have inflicted another 6 harm onto this thing.
Okay. Could you say I catch it now?
I'll say no. I'm gonna say that dropping him was you stopping him.
Okay.
If you wanted to like grab him, that's gonna have to be on your next turn.
Okay, I'll wait then. I'll wait.
Okay. Jade.
Oh boy.
The mimic that was in front of you has been mosh pitted to death. You can now see the changeling who has just run up onto the stage and lost both of his legs seemingly, and has collapsed onto the stage. You think that William's still dealing with something. You're not sure where Win is. What would you like to do?
Well, how does it look like Malachi's got it handled?
It has lost both of its legs. That is what you can see. I'll let you make a judgment call from there. Zane is sweating profusely, wide-eyed, looking around, just trying to keep going under the immense amount of pressure he's under right now.
Zane's the best
I
fucking
love
DJ in
Zane.
the world,
I am
dude.
going to scream, "You're doing great, Zane, buddy!" And then I'm gonna go try and find. I guess I'll invest. Oh wait, no, I already did that, didn't I? Did I? Oh well, I'm gonna.
You can do it again.
Yeah, I'll have you roll read a bad situation.
Yeah, that.
It's plus sharp.
God, I am an oblivious little cunt.
All right, Dad.
I love
That's
being an oblivious little cunt.
5.
That's a 5?
That's a 5.
Okay, yeah. Your arm hurts like a lot right now, and between that and Zane, like just being concerned about his well-being. I'm not sure you're able to focus on much else other than the pain that you're experiencing and everything else going on that you can currently see in front of you.
Okay, I'm gonna get on the radio.
Mhm.
I killed my mimic. How you guys doing? Who needs help? I'm available. Sort of, mostly.
Bruce
I'm
goes,
missing some pieces.
okay, you guys see where? Tell me where they are.
I'm currently on top of one right now.
Jade cannot help herself.
Kinky.
Stop it! Jade, it's like the teeth are on my boots right now,
You
dude.
don't
I don't know what
have
to
boots.
tell you.
How can the teeth be on your boot?
Boots? Boots! B-O-O-T!
I mean, you must be handling the situation well if you can spell. I can't spell on a good day.
Okay, fuck you.
Where are you?
Just somewhere in the crowd. I think in the middle.
I thought I was in the middle. Fuck.
And that's the end of Jade's turn. we slide transition over to Win.
There's just a mouth undulating going.
Oh, that's literally what is happening. You see the jaw is just it keeps like repetitively twitching, trying to push past the weight of you right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna spray it again with my squirt gun. I don't know.
Okay, kick some ass.
An 8.
On an 8, you and whatever you're fighting inflict harm on each other.
Oof.
You spray at this thing, Win, but not before it is finally able to, like a bear trap, just clamp over both of your legs. You're gonna take 3 points of harm from this, but as it happens, you see it just start to, like the other two, melt away into the floor. Slowly but surely, its teeth unlatch from you and fall, and it just turns into another black puddle.
The Wind picks up the walkie again. I killed it, but a bear trapped my foot.
Are you all right?
But Wind like looks at their ankle, and I just imagine there's like gashes, like you can kind of see the bone a little bit.
Around both of your ankles, there is this just bruising and slashing and bleeding. You're still able to walk. You will not be able to run.
Mm-hmm.
Their Achilles is probably fucked.
Probably. There are holes in my ankles, right? There are holes, ankles, holes.
Oh, shit. William, you got your med kit?
Where are you? Where are you at?
I'm in the middle of there are so many people, and everybody looks like Freddy Krueger. Everybody has Freddy Krueger masks. That movie's not even that popular.
Have one of them start waving the squirt gun around so we can see it.
Oh wait, hold on. Hey, and Wynn just like turns to somebody. Will you crowd surf? Jesus. Yes.
You see this like this bigger woman wearing a similar looking cowboy hat goes, "You got it, let's go."
Why are there so many cowboys? Thank you.
It's a cowboy hat and a Freddy Krueger mask.
Wynn picks up the walkie again. I'm going back. I guess I'm going to the front. I'm crowd surfing.
Oh, just like spraying everyone who's passing them with their blood.
With booze? Yep.
Oh, that too.
I'm just spraying I'm giving everybody hepatitis.
Blood and hepatitis and vodka.
Sorry.
You have that?
Sorry. No.
Oh wait, sorry. Malachi doesn't have his radio anymore.
It's the hepatitis pina colada.
Oh god.
Yeah.
We're back to the top of the order, William.
Okay, I'm assuming this lady's dead, right?
Yeah, you try to patch her up. She has just lost too much blood and has gone cold.
I just immediately go just finger on the neck.
Yeah, no pulse, no nothing. Eyes have glazed over.
Yeah, okay. I'm just going to. She said, Wynn said they're in the middle. So, I guess and you're being crowd surfed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can all
do I
see
see
Wynn
that
now as this cow day is being plopped up and around
I guess
everywhere.
I wasn't in the middle.
I want to convince, because I guess I can't. It's pretty tight. Like I'd have to push through everybody, right?
I mean, yeah, you wouldn't be able to sprint your way through it, but you could like shove and push and make your way at a brisk pace.
Can I make it to them and also do that, or would it be better for me to convince everyone to bring them to me?
I'd say you could make your way to Win as because I'm sure Win is like directing the people or directing themselves to aim towards you at this point as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you would be able to make it to them and also use a move.
Okay. I want to use medic.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that shit.
All right. It's plus cool.
Hell yeah.
I got an 8.
Okay.
So on a 7 to 9, I choose 1, heal 2 harm or stabilize injury, and on a miss, I cause extra harm.
Okay.
But I rolled a 7 to 9,
Okay.
so if I rolled a 10 plus, it would have been way better. But
okay, yeah,
like
you
that.
are able to wrap up Win's ankles super quickly, but pretty efficiently. Win, I'd say you would be able to run around at this point now.
Sweet.
there you go. You got it.
Thanks, babe. Win kisses you on the cheek.
Okay, who's left?
As you say, who's left? Malachi.
Yes.
As the changeling hits the ground, it begins to painfully crawl around on the stage, turning to face you. And as he does so, he says, "You know, I've been trying to wrap my mind around why exactly someone with your power feels so alone. But now I realize that you can't possibly feel any other way when you are surrounded by insects. You are quite literally on a whole different platform from the rest of them. You should be with those who recognize your strength, Knight. Help me do this. Help me gain a strength on par with your own, and you will finally have an equal."
Malachi's gonna step towards him. Like a smirk kind of like creeps its way onto like the right side of his mouth. And he's gonna squat in front of this shifter so that he's face to face with it. First, you're gonna tell me exactly how people get from your world into ours.
Oh, you don't know? Interesting.
If you tell me, we'll work something out.
Well, let me weigh my options here. I tell you now, you kill me. That's how that's gonna go. I'm 100% sure of that. I can sense that. And as he's saying this, he kind of pauses for a second. And I have a suspicious feeling that my children are not around anymore.
Sounds like you were surrounded by insects. And then he's gonna stab his.
Wait. I can tell you what you need to know. But I'm not going to do it for free. Get me out of here to a safe location, and I will tell you everything you want to know about my world. Then you can try to kill me. You at least have to give me some sort of a chance of surviving this.
What is your name?
Well, my name was to be Tobias, so we can go with that. But when you're born a freak like me, it becomes very prevalent that the only way to gain power in this world is to do it yourself.
Hey, Ashton.
Yeah?
If Wynn, William, or Jade are trying to find out where I am, tell them I went back to Bruce's. And then he's gonna rip like a shred off of his undershirt and stuff it in the changeling's mouth. And kind of like sling the torso over his shoulder and start just walking like about a football field's length behind the
You, as you shove the cloth into his mouth, he just sort of, and then just sort of like eyebrows at you.
Ew.
And as you go to pick him up, he goes to grab at his severed legs and picks those up along with him as you hoist him up.
I thought he didn't have any arms.
No?
Fuck.
The rest of you see Malachi pick up this severed, disheveled changeling and walk off the stage.
I think Wynn picks up their walkie, goes Eagle 2. Eagle 2, where are you going with the changeling?
Radio silence.
Eagle 2. Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have it.
Yeah,
You hear from Bruce's intercom, what the hell is that boy doing?
I don't know, but he's not responding to his fucking radio call. Malachi, what the fuck are you doing?
Are the rest of them down? Okay,
Yes.
follow him.
Yeah, they're all dead.
Jade just is sprinting through the crowd, shoving people, because, Jade is just like, get the fuck out of my way.
You see, William picks up, turns his walk. I mean, we trust you, man, but let us know what you're doing. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
You see, as all of you are trying to make it through the crowd, Zane is still wide-eyed and stressed out as can be, and is just looking to anybody for any sort of signal or confirmation about what he should do right now.
Poor Zane.
Win calls Zane, I guess.
Call Zane.
Yeah, I call Zane. I assume it goes to voicemail. He's performing, but Win just goes, Zane, everything's cool and fine. We got the mimics, but we don't know what the fuck Malachi's doing, so we'll see you in a bit, buddy. Click, and then just keeps running.
Malachi, you head to the edge of the woods just outside of Fantasy Fun Days with the Changeling in tow. What do you do?
I think he's going to grab that torso, and I feel like he would probably see that he's holding his legs, and he just try to smack him out of his hand.
Oh, come on, that's all I have left, please.
As he's saying that, Malachi pins him to a tree with his sword. I know that's not going to kill you. Tobias.
Ooh.
You know,
sounds so lovely when you say it.
You're in no position. Oh, shut the fuck up. You are in no position to try to make deals with me. Any deal that I give you is out of the goodness of my heart. Now, I'm going to speak. You're going to make a decision. And that
Could I make
final.
one comment? Just one itsy bitsy comment about the thing you just said.
Fine.
It's a bit funny hearing you say that any deal coming from you is out of the goodness of your heart when you are attached to a literal demon.
I don't surround myself with insects, Tobias. Either you can tell me what you know, and your death will be fast, painless even if you're lucky. Or you refuse to tell me and I take my time.
Very well. It all started about 50 years ago in my world.
And?
The politics of things were not in the best of favors with anybody involved. Magic had become somewhat of a taboo, being treated as somewhat of a weapon rather than, what it truly is.
Stop wasting my time.
The last thing I remember was being part of a war where there was one side who wanted magical liberation and the other who wanted to constrict and control everything. And then I wound up here. Me and my little platoon of fucked up little soldiers that I had acquired for myself. That's all I remember. I could show you where I came into this world. That might be of some sort of use to you. It looked very similar to other things in my world, so I was not put off by it at first. But then weird machines started running around that I'd never seen before in shops, and no other creatures lurking about other than humans. So then that's when I figured something was up.
One last thing. Say my name. 3, 2.
I will say it under one condition.
You'll say it.
If you're going to kill me, at least kill all of me. May I have my legs? At least let me
Are you fucking stupid?
be one with myself. Let me die with some sort of dignity.
Oh, is that what you want? You are just an imitation of everything around you. You have not been whole since your conception, Tobias.
Speak into a fucking mirror, Malachi Knight.
During that laugh, could he like punch at or try to punch through his head?
Roll either kick some ass or action under pressure.
Kick some ass. That's an 8 plus 3, 11.
11. Is that to kick some ass or is that plus tough? Or plus
kick some ass, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you punch him directly in the face as he's just laughing at you maniacally. Weird black blood starts to drip from his nose and his mouth. You bust a tooth or two as he looks back at you with this hysterical look on his face and is just laughing at you.
He keeps going.
At this point, I think is when the rest of the crew shows up. And you see him just pinned the Changeling against a tree and is just punching the shit out of him.
I mean, that's one way to work out your alive, dead, come back to life trauma rage.
As you're doing this, Malachi, he shifts his face into the form of your sister with this beaten and bloodied face.
Can I punch myself in the face? Can I please punch myself in the face?
I mean, you can run up and do it. I don't think Malachi's gonna stop.
Jade like me for real, for real.
Jade like for me for real. Yeah, Jade just like Superman punches.
Roll kick some ass.
That'd be a 10.
The Knight siblings beat the shit out of this shapeshifter. Malachi, you just continuously punch at the Changeling until it just turns into a pile of black and blue goop. Like everything about it, even the clothes that it was wearing, ceases to have form to it, and you see it become almost incorporeal, this like grayish biomass. It's still able to maintain its like upright humanoid structure, but outside of that, nothing looks human about it now. And it goes limp.
Jade nudges it with her toe to make sure it's not gonna like spring up back to life. Wow, Malachi. Does this make us a modern day Candace and Abel?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. We stopped going to church like a long time. Basically, Cain and Abel, you know, one killed the other. I can't remember. I think Cain killed Abel. Oh,
Yeah.
so that would make us reverse Candace and Abel. You're rewriting history.
Yep. Oh, sorry. I had to. I wanted him to feel safer, so he'd be more likely to tell me something.
What'd you get?
I have some questions for Bruce.
Yeah. I mean, he was all cryptic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they love that. Hey, big man, let me look at you. Come here. You're bleeding, man.
Oh no, this is Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Luke.
What's up?
Can I bottle up some of the goo? Do I have something I can bottle up some of the goo?
Sure.
Cool.
Bottling up the goop is the name of my autobiography.
Yeah.
Malachi, as you step away to go towards William, look at your injuries, and Jade, as you look back to the Changeling and try to get some goop from it, you see this humanoid mass of grayish, see-throughish goop crawling towards its own boots.
Get those fucking boots.
Who's got fire? Who's got fire? Who's got fire?
Playing dead was all it
I mean,
took.
I got my lighter.
Do it! Light it up! Light it up! Light it
He
up!
goes to grab at his boots, raises them in the air, and then what are you doing, William?
I'm gonna toss Malachi my lighter for him to shoot fire. I don't know how his powers
Ooh.
work.
Can we pull out the squirt gun and blast it with alcohol at the same time Malachi lights
I'll
the
give you guys
lighter?
one move.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. I want to spray this fucker.
I'm gonna throw the lighter at Malachi. It's like a Zippo.
Yeah, he's gonna lick the flame and try to breathe fire at it.
Ooh, okay. I'll let either you or Z roll with advantage, because that's fucking cool.
Z, you roll with advantage. That's too much pressure.
Okay, I got you. Not a problem.
I'll say act under pressure.
Hold on. Ooh. So it's all three of them.
Three dice, yep.
11 plus 4, 15.
Oh shit.
That's a new record.
Yeah, that's the
a new
highest
record.
I've ever
That's
fucking
high.
rolled. And that's not even with any pluses, dude. My cool is a +0, baby.
Malachi, as soon as you lick this flame, your entire arm goes ablaze once again with this familiar black fire that you've done before. When you're able to successfully douse this weird, goopy creature in alcohol, Malachi, how do you finish this thing?
Whatever he does, I want to try to salvage the boots.
Okay.
So I would say he puts his hand to his mouth and like blows through it like a
That's
flamethrower.
cool.
Hell yeah.
Similar to like the like fireball jutsu in Naruto.
Yes!
The creature ignites. And as it does so, everything starts to slow down. It's as if whatever keeps the wheels of time going just loses power and everything just slows down to a halt. The snow falling around all of you seems to float in midair. The flames coming off of this creature just seem to look like some sort of oil painting just floating there. The only thing that's able to fall right now is silence. The four of you are still able to move perfectly fine, but everything else is just stopped.
Oh, that's not
When,
good.
what did you do?
What do I do? I didn't do anything.
Well, usually when weird shit happens, that's you.
Yeah, but this is I can't stop time. If I could stop time, the power would not explode earlier. If I could stop
I don't
time,
know
we would
what's
not
more
be in this
unnerving.
situation.
Lovely. So this is cool. Can I assess the situation?
Sure, yeah. Roll read about situation.
Okay, I'm gonna do tactical genius,
Yep.
which lets me add my plus cool instead of sharp.
Go for it.
So I get a +2. I got a 10 plus 2, so 12.
So it's a 12?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Go ahead and ask me questions from the list.
What's the biggest threat, and how can I protect the victims?
After a moment, you begin to hear before anybody else this slow but repetitive clang of metal boots approaching you from the forest. And as for the best way to protect the victims would be to get the hell out of here. You can tell whatever is coming with everything happening right now. You have never experienced anything on this level of supernatural. But what you do know is that you and your companions are able to move. And if you want to be safe, you should.
Something's bad's coming. I feel it in my blood. Here you go.
Okay.
Wait, but what about all the people at the...
Nope, we're going.
What about all the people at the concert? That's literally
They're frozen.
right next
Look at them.
to us.
Jade, look at them. They're not
Right,
moving.
So are we just gonna let this thing kill everybody? We don't know what it's gonna do.
We might not kill everybody, but
You
we
have
can
this
move.
argument back and forth. And through the dim moonlight that's coming through the forest, you begin to all be able to see a dark gray suit of armor that seems to have a pattern skimmed across it in waves that you would see similar to that of like Damascus steel. But rather than shimmering in the moonlight, these wavy patterns seem to murder any light that come close to them, giving off an inverse black glow almost. As they come closer, you're able to make out a helm that stares down at all of you. You see on both of the pauldrons of this armor, you see symmetrical cracks in the shoulders. This inverse Vanta black glow that patterns around the armor seems to be flowing out of these cracks and forming a black cape of pure shadow that flows behind them. They approach the frozen, on fire changeling and reach for a piece of goop that was flowing off of it that hasn't been singed yet. And as he takes a piece of it with his metal hand, he looks back to the four of you and goes,
"Keep up the good work, children."
Daddy?
No, he's dead.
We can't see his face.
Wynn realizes it's the fucking Runedane, And like on instinct, cast shield on Jade.
Act under pressure. Disadvantage.
It's would be a 10 minus 2 makes it an 8.
When you go to put up your wooden bark shield over Jade, and as you do so, you also begin to slow down. Not completely frozen, but everything around you seems to be playing in 120 frames per second. The fluidity of this figure's movements becomes very, very apparent. He, in one swift motion, reaches behind his shoulder and grabs at the shadowy cloak behind him, pulling it forward, and it slowly but surely forms into a blade made of pure shadow. And then all of a sudden, everything ramps up. His speed becomes modified as if this scene was playing in 3 times fast forward, and the figure jolts towards Jade, slicing her guts open. This has been Z Boyce as Wynne James, Austin Nort as William Fletcher, Shelby Godfrey as Jade Knight, Brandon Hall as Malachi Knight, and myself, Luke Godfrey, as the rest. For more Medieval Midwest content, join us over on our Patreon. Follow us on our socials. That's at Medieval Midwest on TikTok, Instagram, and Tumblr. All links will be in the episode description. But until next time, thank you guys. Love you.